Do you guys think the living tree put this stuff here? Okay, that noise might have been him telling me that I was right. Yeah, we're getting out of here. Okay guys, that water was definitely red. Like, you guys can't tell me you didn't see the red water there. Well, at least he can drink the red water instead of drinking me, I guess. But yeah guys, in the original story, it said that the tree lives inside of the forest. So enough is enough, we're checking out the forest. If there is anything weird in this forest, it's gonna be really hard to see because of all the trees around here. So you guys need to keep a lookout for anything strange in case I don't see it. Hold on, do you guys hear that? It sounded like someone was breaking wood, and it definitely wasn't me. I mean, this is what it sounds like when I break wood. And is that redstone in the walls? Okay, I'm 99% sure redstone cannot spawn here. Something is up. Wait, what was that? What just happened? How is it nighttime right now? What just happened? I swear it was just day. Okay, I'm really not liking this. There's a lot of sounds, a lot of weird things going on. Wait, what did I just see over there? Watch until the end to see what happens. Next is seed thanatophobia, which is supposed to be a seed where everything in your world is trying to kill you. This is the seed of, well, thanatophobia. That's kind of what the word means. So everything in the seed is supposed to kill me. Alright, pig, kill me. Come on. Kill me. Okay, it's not working. If this seed is correct, the pig should be trying to kill me right now. Oh my god, I almost fell in that hole. That is a really weird hole to just be there, isn't it? Like, usually lava doesn't spawn with a random hole leading to your demise. That better not have been you, pig, trying to kill me with the lava. But yeah, let's get some tools. What? I might be wrong, but did this cow just hit me? Nah, it had to have been just like a skeleton or something that is hiding now. Come on out, skeleton. I know you're in here. I'm not looking for you, buddy. Why do you keep following me? Nah, you know what? Actually, why does the cow have infinite health? I'm telling you, something is weird with this world. The cows are invincible and following me, pigs trying to kill me, something is up. But we still have no proof. I mean, these could all be coincidences, right? So I think we need to find something that is a little bit more likely to kill me than a pig or a cow. We need a sheep, but not just any sheep, a red sheep. Because a red sheep is way more likely to try to kill me than any other kind of sheep. So we'll get a flower from over here, and we should be able to craft this thing into some red dye. Come here, sheep. Boom, and now you're red. Kill me, sheep. You can do it. Or maybe not. For a seed where everything is supposed to kill me, nothing is really killing me. Whoa, what was that? Okay, not really sure where a dripstone would have come from. Maybe the sky is trying to kill me. Yeah, that is so weird. There's literally nothing up there, and it just dropped from the sky. I don't know, guys. The red sheep didn't work. The cow and the pig didn't work. I might have to say this one is busted. But wait, what is that over there? How did I not see this before? Was this even here before? Okay, now this is weird. I've seen villages before, but never have I just seen a single village house in the middle of nowhere like this. Yeah, this is so strange. Is anyone even in the house? Hello? Anyone in there? Okay, that is not the floor of a house. That is in fact death. Somebody needs to get some insurance, because something happened to this house. This is not okay. Wow, one more step forward and I would have died. And just as I was about to say this seed was busted. Okay, we're gonna go down here, but we have to be careful. I'm not taking any chances. If there was a giant death hole in the house, who knows what could be at the bottom. Okay, and it's just a normal cave at the bottom. This is so weird. I wonder who put this house here. It must mean I'm going in the right direction. I'm gonna put some blocks at the entrance right here just in case I backtrack so I know where I am. You know what's really weird about this cave? The fact that I haven't seen any hostile mobs in this cave at all. Like, a cave usually has a ton of mobs in it, but this one seems to have none. Okay, why are there a bunch of dripstones on the roof like this? Am I crazy, or does this look exactly like a dripstone trap waiting to happen? Like, if I was under here, someone could just break one of these, and boom, I would be dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna take care of these real quick. I've been traveling this cave for a while now, and there's been no luck. Like, if everything was trying to kill me, this would be the perfect place for it to happen. Hold on a minute, is this not the entrance to the cave from earlier? Wait, how did I end up going in a circle? I swear I don't remember backtracking at all. But I know this is the entrance because of the blocks I put here, and also this giant... Hold on a minute. Why is there lava coming from the entrance to the cave? Okay, now this is really weird. How would lava just randomly spawn exactly where I entered this cave? Okay, we need to find another way out of here. I am done with this seed. I did have my suspicions at first, but this confirms it. This seed is definitely out to kill me. Yeah, yeah, we just need to find an exit out of this cave right now. I swear I'm hearing noises right now as well that definitely weren't there before. Come on, where's the exit to this cave? It feels like it's just endless. Come on, exit please. Hold on, what is that? Why is there a villager, and why is he naked? Hello, random villager. What's going on, man? Surely you know a way out of here, right? Like, you're gonna help me, right? Why is he just staring at me menacingly? Wait, hold on. It's a death villager? Oh my god. The villager, the house, it's all making sense now. Never trust a villager. Yeah, this seed is definitely real. Do not play this seed unless you want to get killed, because what just happened? Coming up next, we have the seed of the endless desert. It is said that when you create a world using seed desert with numbers like this, there will be an infinite desert. Yeah, this is not a desert. We spawned in a plains. I guess this is myth busted then. But wait, there's also a chest right here though. Did I turn on starter chests? Why would I turn on starter chest? There's no way I did that. And yeah, we got some starter stuff. Wait, is that a saddle? Okay, I'm 90% sure you can't get a saddle from a starter chest. And I don't think I even turned on starter chests to begin with. This is so weird. Whatever, I guess we keep exploring this plains. Maybe it will turn into a desert. Let's pretend that the grass is dead bushes right now, and I'm breaking dead bushes. Okay, wait. Tell me why there is camels inside of a plains biome. I'm telling you, camels do not spawn in the plains. Is this a new 1.21 feature? Like, what's going on? I'm not even on 1.21. There just should not be any camels here. Maybe we can use one of these guys, though. Hey, man, you want to wait, where did they go? I'm telling you guys, there was literally just 3 camels right here. How did they disappear? Like, 1 disappearing? That would make sense. 2 of them? Now that's a little weird, but 3 disappearing? Something has to be up with this seed. Well, I guess we just keep exploring them. Weird things are happening on the seed, but none of them seem to be desert related at all. It could be possible that we just haven't found the endless desert yet. Maybe it's like a backrooms type of thing. You have to fall into it. But yeah, there's nothing else really weird going on as of right now. Like, let me know if you guys see anything weird. I feel like if the seed is supposed to be cursed, we should be seeing it. Is that a desert well? Okay, yeah, apparently there's a desert well in the middle of this plains. First we had camels, and now we have a well. But this well isn't telling us how to get to the infinite desert. Oh well, you guys get it? Maybe we throw a piece of gold into the well, kind of like how people throw coins into fountains. We gotta go into creative for this. Come on, gold, bring us to the infinite desert. Okay, it just did nothing. That is lame. Maybe we could try diamonds? Diamonds is the best offering I have. Now show us the desert. Did anyone hear that? If I look up and there's a desert all of a sudden, I'm gonna leave the world. Okay, there's no desert. For a second, I thought that sound actually meant something. I guess it was just a cave noise or something. Okay, at this point, I'm probably gonna have to say this one is busted. I mean, I've been looking around for a while, and I still have yet to even see a desert. The desert things in the plains is the only real evidence we have of this being true. And even then, those could just be a glitch or something. Oh hey, we found a yellow sheep. Aren't these supposed to be rare or something? Wait. Yellow sheep? That is not something that can spawn in Minecraft. Like, I've heard of a pink sheep, but yellow? No. That's weird. There's just one yellow sheep. Oh wait, the sheep died. What happened to him? He was just fine a second ago. Who killed the yellow sheep? Why would you do this? Oh well, I'm sure that was just nothing. Nothing to be concerned about. Just a yellow sheep dying in the middle of nowhere. Totally normal day out here. Okay. That is not supposed to be here. Like, camels? Maybe that's normal. A desert well? A little strange. But a whole pyramid? Yeah, that is definitely not normal. Maybe we finally found the entrance to the endless desert. Okay, why is there more yellow sheep inside of this pyramid? What is with these yellow sheep? Let's check for anything weird on the top before we go down into the bottom. I know there's a secret room in here that was added in 1.20, so we can check that out. Okay, nothing really weird so far. Yeah, nothing is really weird with this room. It seems perfectly normal. What about on the sides here? Oh wait, why is this blocked off? Usually there's an entrance here, so what's behind this? Oh, there's a bunch of diamond blocks. I wouldn't exactly call this scary. This is more like exactly what I would be looking for if I started a new world. Like, yeah, just give me these free diamonds. Thanks, Desert Temple. And there's also more blocks on this side of the temple, but this time they are gold. Well, this is more of a secret room seed than a scary seed, I guess, but we still do have one more place to check. The bottom of the temple. Now, usually there's a TNT trap down here with some chests, but after seeing those 2 rooms, who knows what will be down here. Yeah, it just looks the same as usual. We got 4 chests with normal loot and the pressure plate. Do I dare step on the pressure plate? Guys, what do you think? Is it a good or a bad idea to step on this pressure plate? Alright, whatever. Let's just do it. Let's blow up the cursed desert temple. Okay, it just blew up like normal, guys. So I guess this seed is busted. Nothing weird is going on here. Wait, I was not in a desert before. I would definitely remember if I found a desert before this, because I was literally looking for one forever. Also, why am I no longer in creative, and why am I no longer able to sprint? Luckily, I can just fix that by running the command again. Endless desert thought it could get to me. But yeah, this definitely looks like an endless desert. And the person who found this seed also reported finding some kind of glitched camel. I don't know if that was the camels from before, or if it was something different, but we are not sticking around to find out. I was able to make it to the endless desert. That is enough for me to believe this one is true. I mean, if there was glitched camels, we would definitely be seeing them by now while flying around here. But no, it's just all desert, which is honestly quite creepy. I can see why this seed would be scary. What happened in the forest earlier? I'm telling you, I just saw something unusual in the trees over there. This is so bad. This forest really has me feeling like I'm hallucinating now. I'm sure there was nothing there. It was probably just a zombie or something, considering that it's nighttime. What's up with this tree right here? I swear this is not normal. Can trees fall down in Minecraft, or is this man-made? This kind of reminds me of the shipwreck thing from earlier, which just randomly disappeared. Okay, that is not possible. More random logs on the ground, and then they just disappeared again. What is going on in this world? And no way. Okay, I'm telling you, I definitely saw something this time. There is no way. Something is definitely in this forest. Okay, maybe if we go back and then come back again. Okay, that sound was terrifying. Yeah, if there is something in this forest, we don't want to find out. I'm getting out of here. Come on, let's find an exit to this forest. Why is it so hard to find an exit to everything in these seeds? There's just trees everywhere. Does this ever end? Maybe this is the seed of the endless forest. This is terrifying. I do not want to... Wait, is something following me? What is this noise? It sounds like something is definitely following me. I am not turning around for this. Whatever's making this sound, I don't even want to know. Oh no, I think we might be hitting a dead end. Oh, never mind. We can just go up here. Was this sound just this pig? No way that the pig was making those sounds. It sounded so much different than pig sounds. Alright, I don't know. Everyone was hyping up this living tree, and the whole time it was really just fake. The seed is busted, guys. There is no living tree in the forest. Just some scary pigs and some misplaced wood. Okay, we are not going anywhere near that. A couple months ago, I made a video on the scariest mod in Minecraft, and since then, a completely new cave dweller mod has been released that is supposedly 10 times as scary. So just like Minecraft isn't a scary game. That's not me, it's Photoshop. So naturally, when I saw this video about making the most terrifying Minecraft mod, I had to give it a try to see if Minecraft can really be scary. So there's 2 versions of the mod, regular and nightmare mode. Now obviously you already know which mode I'm gonna go with. Okay, fine, I'll do nightmare mode. So obviously we're gonna play this mod in hardcore mode, because why wouldn't I make the horror mod even worse by adding hardcore? That sounds like a perfectly... I'm going to be remaking Minecraft mobs into the amazing digital circus. The first character I'll make is Pomni, and I'm going to use a villager to make her. First, let's get rid of this stuff because we don't need it. Now let's change the shape of her body, and we'll start shaping her legs. Next, I'm going to give her some arms, and then let's add a hand on the bottom here. Next, I'm going to change the shape of her head, and let's start to add her hat on the top as well. And I think that's a pretty good body, so now let's start to color her in. First, let's color her head white, and we'll do the same for her arms and legs as well. Now let's color in these yellow parts like this. Next, let's color in her clothes, and I'll make sure to add the blue spots on the other side. Now let's put these buttons that she has on the front of her shirt like this, and now it's time to give her a face. So first I'm gonna add her eyes like this, and I'm also gonna give her a strand of hair on each side of her head as well. And I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see how she looks in game. This is how Pomni looks in game. She doesn't look that bad. I like how I made her constantly looking around paranoid, just like how she is in the show. We'll just ignore the fact that she's bald on the back of her head though. I'm pretty sure her hat is supposed to cover that. In the show, Pomni throws up on the ground, so I made it so that when she hits you, you get the nausea effect. It's also said that Pomni doesn't like being touched, so I made it so that she runs away from enemies very quickly if she gets attacked. In the show, Pomni tries to escape the circus through a bunch of exit doors, so I made it so that Pomni can open doors by herself, just like a regular villager. Pomni also gets teleported to the void if you right-click her, because I just felt like adding that. I don't really know why. If you kill Pomni, she drops her red hand, which gets glitched in the first episode, so if you hold this hand out for yourself, you get teleported around randomly, sort of like you're glitching. And a fun fact about Pomni is that her favorite food is salmon, so you can also feed Pomni salmon. Overall, I think Pomni turned out pretty good and has a lot of interesting features. So because of this, I decided to give Pomni a 9 out of 10. Next, I'm gonna make Cain, and I'll use an evoker to make him. First, let's get rid of all this stuff that we don't need, and let's change the shape of his leg and bend it like this. Next, I'm gonna work on his arms, so let's just rotate this piece like this, and we'll give him a hand and copy this over to the other side as well. Next, I'm gonna change his head into the shape of some gums like this, and let's just add some teeth on the top in the same shape as well. Next, I'll give him his top hat on top of the mouth. Okay, now this is looking good, so let's give him some color. First, I'm gonna color his gums bright red, and we'll color the teeth white like this. Next, I'm gonna color in his eyes, and let's color his shirt a pinkish color as well. Okay, now this looks good, so let's just add some detail to his shirt right here, and we'll give him his different color eyeballs as well. Now let's give him his stick, because I forgot to do that. And I think that Cain is looking pretty good. Let's see how he looks in game. This is how Cain looks in game. He actually looks really good. Also ignore the cakes that are spawning around him. I'll explain that in a second. Since Cain is the host of the digital circus, I decided to make it so that Cain is completely invincible to all types of damage except for cactuses. Cain is also seen teleporting throughout the episode, so I made it so that Cain teleports away if he takes too much damage, similar to the TV people in my Skibidi videos. Cain also spawns cake randomly around him, as you can see, because he spawned a cake out of thin air in the first episode. Unfortunately, there is no bubble to eat this cake right now. We'll just have to wait until later for that. If Cain somehow manages to die, he drops a stick, which can be used to either remove any block you right-click on with it, or you can send any mob to the void if you right-click them as well. Overall, I think Cain turned out really good. He's definitely one of my favorite mobs I've made. So because of this, I decided to give Cain a 10 out of 10. He deserves it. The next character I'll make is Jax, and I'm gonna use a rabbit because Jax is a rabbit, I think. First, I'm gonna get rid of some of the stuff we don't need, and let's rearrange his body parts a little bit for now. Next, let's make his legs super tall like this, and we'll change the shape of his body to make it a bit taller as well. Now let's give him a neck like this, and I'll just change the shape of his head to make it a bit more round. Now let's just add his ears on the very top, and now it's time to give Jax some arms. And I think this is good, so let's give Jax some color. First, I'm gonna color his head purple, and we'll do the same for his arms and body as well. Now let's color his overalls a pinkish color, and we'll do the same for his legs like this. Next, I'm gonna color both of his hands a yellowish color, and we'll just give him 2 buttons here, and now it's time to add his face. First, I'm gonna give him a big yellow mouth, and let's just give him some eyes above that. I'm also gonna give him a couple eyebrows above his eyes like this, and I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see how he looks in game. This is how Jax looks in game. He honestly looks pretty similar to the actual show. The only difference is that he's obviously made of cubes though, so he could never be as good as the original. It was kind of hard for me to think of features to give Jax, so he only really has a couple. To start, Jax is super tall, as you can see, just like he is in the actual series, and you can also see Jax run away really quickly in the first episode, so I made it so that Jax is super fast in game as well. You can also ride on Jax's back for some reason. I'm not really sure why I added this. It just seems like something that he would be able to do. If you kill Jax, you get a rabbit's foot because he's a rabbit, so that's the less evil version of making him just drop rabbit meat. And overall, I think Jax looks pretty good, but he doesn't really have that many features. So because of this, I decided to give Jax an 8 out of 10. Next, I'm gonna make Ragatha, and I'm gonna use a witch to make her. First, let's get rid of some of the stuff we don't need, and I'm just gonna make her body a lot smaller for now, and I'll just add a few layers underneath as her dress. Next, I'm gonna give her an arm like this, and I'll just give her a hand on the bottom as well. Now let's copy this over to the other side, and next let's work on her head. First, I'm gonna change the shape of it like this. Next, I'm gonna start adding her hair on the side, and I'll just copy these. I'm going to be remaking Minecraft mobs into Poppy Playtime 3. The first character I'll make is Catnap, and I'm gonna use a cat. It should be obvious why. First, let's remove this stuff, and we'll rearrange his body parts for now. Now let's change the shape of his body a little bit, and we'll make his legs a bit bigger like this. Now let's give him some arms on the side, and now let's start to shape his head. Next, I'm gonna give him some ears on the top of his head, and we'll start to give him a big tail right here. Alright, now this is looking good, so let's color him in. First, we'll color his body fully purple, and I'm gonna give him a mouth up here. Next, I'm gonna color in this nose piece, and we'll start to give him some eyes. Now let's add the moon that he has on his chest. Next, I'm gonna change his face a little bit like this, and I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see how he looks in game. This is how Catnap looks in game. As you can see, this guy looks really happy, which I'm sure means he's very friendly and not at all scary. Catnap is very powerful as he's able to do a lot of damage, and if you get attacked by Catnap, I made it so that he chases you on all fours like this. I take back what I said about him before. He's definitely scary. Catnap has a ranged attack, which is supposed to be him shooting gas, and when Catnap hits you, he will change it to nighttime because he wears the moon pendant. Catnap will also drop this night clock if he dies, which makes it nighttime as long as you are holding it in your hand. If you try to use a bed when Catnap is around, he will destroy the bed so that you cannot sleep, and Catnap is also immune to fall damage because he's a cat, and cats are usually immune to fall damage. Overall, I don't think Catnap turned out that bad, but he also looks a little bit funny. So because of this, I'm going to give Catnap an 8 out of 10. Next, I'll make Dog Day, and I'm gonna use a wolf because a wolf is a dog. First, we'll remove some of the stuff we don't need, and I'm gonna move his body around a little bit for now. Next, let's give him some new legs like this, and we'll change the shape of his body. Now I'm gonna copy one of the legs and turn it into an arm, and I'll give him a hand on the bottom of his arm. Now let's start to change the shape of his head, and we'll give him some spots for his eyes up here. Now let's give him some big floppy ears on the top, and I think this is looking pretty good, so now let's color him in. First, we'll color his entire body in orangish yellow. Now I'm gonna give him a mouth like this. Next, we'll color his ears a reddish color, and we'll do the same for his arms and his feet. Now let's color these divider things a dark gray, and I'm gonna give him a nose like this. Next, let's draw the sun on the front of his chest. Alright, I think this is looking good. Let's add Dog Day to the game. This is how Dog Day looks in game. As you can see, he looks pretty good. Also, just like Catnap, he doesn't really look that scary. He has more of a friendly look. But don't let this trick you though, as Dog Day has the same chasing animation that I gave to Catnap. I think I'm just gonna stay in creative mode for now. Since Dog Day has the sun pendant, I made it so that when Dog Day hits you, he turns into daytime instead of night. Dog Day is also able to spawn smiling critters to help him fight since he's the leader. But right now he can only spawn Catnap because I haven't made any of the other ones. If you kill Dog Day, he will drop a sun axe, and the sun axe is insanely powerful as it does 19 attack damage and it can also destroy almost any block. Overall, I think Dog Day turned out I'm going to be remaking Minecraft mobs into Garden of Banban 6. The first character I'll make is Sir Dadadoo, and I'm going to use a Ravager because they're both big and scary. First, let's remove all the stuff we don't need, and we'll start to make the shape of his body. Now let's start giving him an arm on the side. Next, I'm going to start to give him a head, and I think this is good, so now let's start to add some color. First, I'm going to color his body fully light gray. Now let's color his hands the same color as his head, and now we'll just give him some teeth on the bottom like this. Now finally, let's start to give him a tie, and I think this is looking good. Let's see how he looks in game. This is how Sir Dadadoo looks in game. He definitely looks pretty scary. He also kind of looks like he's from Monsters Inc. Does anyone else see that? It's probably just the tie that he's wearing. It makes him look like he's ready for work. Since Sir Dadadoo kind of looks like a slug, I decided to make it so that he walks very slowly. But don't let this trick you though, because just like in the actual game, Sir Dadadoo is able to move very quickly if he's attacking you. And if you get hit by Sir Dadadoo, he will give you all these potion effects, because in the game, he possesses some of the other monsters, so this is kind of the same thing. Subscribe or Sir Dadadoo will possess you. If you manage to kill Sir Dadadoo, he drops a Dadadoo tooth, which does the same thing as his attack does. It possesses things. And overall, I think Sir Dadadoo turned out really good. He looks a lot like the actual monster. So because of this, I decided to give Sir Dadadoo a 10 out of 10. Next, I'm gonna make the nanny, and I'll use a pig because the nanny is either a pig or a cow, but I don't know which. So first, let's get rid of these back legs. Now let's start to shape the body like this. Now let's make these legs a lot bigger. Now let's change the shape of her head a little bit, and we'll just give her some floppy ears like this. And I think this is looking good, so now let's color her in. First, I'm gonna color her body a grayish blue color. Now let's color her legs a little bit darker. Now let's color her nose blue, and we'll give her some bright yellow eyes like this. Now let's give her a blue mouth as well, and I think this is looking good. Let's see how she looks in game. This is how the nanny looks in game. I still can't tell if she's supposed to be a pig or a cow. Come on. I'm going to be Google translating Minecraft mobs 2,000 times and then making whatever result I get. The first mob is a frog. Translate, and we got wise old. For this one, I think I'm going to make Yoda. First, let's remove his feet and legs, and we'll shape him more like Yoda. Now let's give him a head, and I'll color his shirt gray, and his head and feet green. Now let's give him some arms, and we'll color these gray, and I'll extend his second arm out so I can make him hold a lightsaber. Now let's make his ears, and we'll give him a couple eyes. Now let's give him some eyelids, and a nose, and a mouth, and we'll color color him brown underneath his coat. Now we'll finally give him a green lightsaber. I think that looks good. Let's see him in game. That isn't right. That looks more like Yoda. Look at how he's walking. Why does that kind of look good? Something is wrong with his lightsaber though. I'm not sure what happened there. Yo, when did Yoda learn how to jump like that? I wish I could spawn a baby Yoda. Yoda versus a magma cube. Oh, he's running away. Oh my god, they both ate it. Yoda army. Honestly, the sound they make. I'm going to be Google translating Minecraft mobs 20,000 times and then making whatever result I get. The first mob is a horse, translate, and we got train. For this one, I think I'm going to make Choo Choo Charles. Let's remove all this stuff, and then we'll add a back part like this. Now let's color these pieces in, and we'll add the circular parts on the front. Now let's add his face, and we'll give him a mouth and some eyes. Next, let's add some detail on the side, and we'll give him some legs like this. And now let's add them on the other side. Next, let's add his wheels, and finally we'll add a few details on the top. And I think we're done. Let's see it in game. I'm not gonna lie, I expected him to be a lot bigger. I wonder what baby Choo Choo Charles looks like. He's kind of fast actually. I was just hoping he was bigger. This is kind of disappointing. Let's ride a Choo Choo Charles. Okay, I think there's a problem. It looks like I'm flying. He's actually kind of fast though, so this I'm going to be Google translating Minecraft mobs 3,000 times and then making whatever result I get. The first mob is the Warden, translate, and we got Big Smile. For this one, I think I'm going to make Huggy Wuggy. First, let's change his body shape, and we'll also make the legs longer, and we'll do the same for his arms. Now let's shape his head into a triangle, and we'll color him fully blue. Next, let's give him a big red smile, and we'll color the back of his mouth black. Now let's add some teeth, and we'll give him some big scary eyes. Now let's add his blue bow, and we'll give him some yellow feet. Now let's give him some hands as well, and finally we'll spike up the top of his head a bit. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see him in game. That doesn't look too bad. There's a slight issue when he walks though. Honestly, it kind of makes him scarier. Why are they all nodding their heads? Let's see one crawl out of the ground. Oh god, that is way too cursed. Let's spawn a bunch of Huggies. Their walk is so messed up. Huggy Wuggies versus the Wither. Oh, they're already getting angry. Get him, Huggies. That literally did no damage. Yo, they just launched him. Oh my god, the Huggy Wuggies look so weird when they sonic boom. Come on, Wither, you can do this. Oh my god, the Wither is getting destroyed. That was fast. I'm going to be Google translating Minecraft mobs 100,000 times and then making whatever result I get. The first mob is a Warden, translate, and we got 10 demons. For this one, I think I'm gonna make a 10-headed demon.